Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. We are Wednesday, the 13th of November, 2024, and these came today. Joytoy, Warhammer 40k, Blood Angels, Terminator Squad, Terminator with Storm Bolter, and Terminator Squad, Terminator with Assault Cannon. Now, these are pretty much the same as the Ultramarines versions, which unfortunately I cannot find because I've got so much stuff in this apartment, sometimes piled sort of 20, 30 boxes high and 3 deep or 4 deep. So I did have a look, but I have found some other stuff which we will compare with a bit later. So boxes look pretty cool. From what I remember from the actual review of the Ultramarines, put a link to that in the top right, they were actually pretty good. So having a Blood Angels version is also welcome as well. And then our Terminator with Assault Cannon. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to unbox this, set them up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. These look awesome. Now, there's some good and bad things. Actually, the same thing is both good and bad. So, and I'll explain. The colour is slightly different to the red on previous ones. But good, they look better because they've got heavy inking. So, we'll do a comparison later and you will see. So, accessories. Let me just move this down a bit. Accessories. Both come with the clear plastic around base we're familiar with now. And they both come with one hand. They both come with a right gripping hand as opposed to the standard right trigger hand. That's pretty much it for accessories. And obviously what you can see in the screen. So let's bring them in for a close look. Here's one of the Storm Bolter. See the heavy inking on the iconography. Even on the armour, you can see going around the edges of the black inking. It looks really effective on the actual knee pad there. Gun looks quite nice, but needs some inking in there. It looks quite effective around the shoulders, perhaps a bit too heavy in places, but it does look good, just that there's no highlighting, or very little highlighting. But that looked good. And then this accessory here. Basic paint job, but it does the job. Does a bit cool. There's some inking going on around there, but that does look nice. Then on one of Assault Cannon. They're basically the same figure. They both got a power fist and whatnot. But then one's got the Assault Cannon, the other hasn't. But that's not a bad thing. They do look really, really nice. Very cool. I like those, I have to say. Okay, let's have a look at articulation. Use the guy with the Storm Bolter because it's slightly easier. It's basically the same with the Assault Cannon. You get a few things not quite as good due to its actual size. Okay, so let's have a look. So, head. Forwards, backwards, side to side, and turn. As a side point, were these the heads that were used on like Space Hulk, the board game years ago? Looks like it. Nothing to go on the top that can move. Shoulders are all the way around. I think is that good shoulder system. It should be. But his pauldrons are so big, and he's got that there that is actually quite hard for him to articulate any further than that. It's a better system. There we go. Move this down. I'm telling a lie. Get a lot better. Can I move this one down as well? Yes, I can. If they did that on the standard figures, that'd be a lot better. So better than the standard figures with the shoulder articulation. There is a really amazing shoulder. Look at that. That's fantastic. I mean, it does look a bit ugly from the back, but most of the time I'm going to pose with figures and look from the front. So that's really quite impressive. There's a bicep swivel for turning, and his arm bend, you can see, is about 90 degrees. Actually, I'd say a touch over 90. Then his hand is on the ball, so you get all directions and you can swivel. This side, the power fist can turn, but that's pretty much it. Then the trunk can get separate to the waist. There we go, forwards, backwards, side to side, and turn. Waist and trunk together. Good. Hips, wouldn't expect far. Forwards, not very good because it's so bulky at top. You can pull the hips down slightly more though. And then backwards is like that, the hips pull down. But pull down, you start to see the metal joint. So thigh twist, double kneecap, but due to the bulk at the top and the bottom there, you don't get any more than 90. which is a bit of a shame. But that was just slightly different. You get more, but never mind. For the sake of what? Then the feet, you can turn, you can swivel. Tippy toe, dorsiflexation is small, and you've got toe articulation, which seems stiff enough to support the weight, which is nice. So I will keep his thighs, his hips pulled down. So I'll measure both of them. We can see the difference in the actual size. This arm down and this pauldron looking nicer. And our guy here, let's get our feet together. Make sure he's pushed down. And if you look now, you can see there is a size difference where the hips are pulled down and the hips aren't pulled down. So it says on the box that they are 14.3 centimeters, which is maybe to the eye line, to the top of the head. Already I can see is just about 14.8, 14.9. This is with the hips pulled down, I should point out. To the actual top of the figure here is about 16 cm, so about 6¼ inches, just over. Now I've got the hips pulled down. To the top of his head, he's around 14.8 maybe. On top of the figure, he's about 15.8 perhaps, so just under 6, or around 6¼ again, just under 6¼ Okay, comparison time. This will be interesting. So first up, let's use one of the older Blood Angels Terminators, the Assault Terminator Sergeant Santoro. He's going to be considerably smaller because it's the old Terminator sort of a, what's the word, tooling. Yeah, you can see the colours different visibly there, and he just looks, he looks more toy-like. They look more grim dark. Well, I quite like him, but their proportions just seem better. Next up, let's use the recently released, and so it will be the same proportions, Iron Hands Captain and Terminator armor. And as you expect, they're basically the same figure, so they look really well scaled, really good together. Okay, let's go down to a standard, or pretty much standard size figure. This is a Blood Angel Sanguinary Guard with the wings, reviewed quite recently. And they tower above him. And now for a strange one, because this is a request. Someone requested that I do a size comparison with the Joytoy Strife Romans against 40k figures. So here's a Strife Roman from Joytoy. And you can see how they scale. You could almost match, really, if you think about it. Paint the armor a little bit, apart from that sort of a leather armor going around his waist to his over his thighs. But pretty cool. These are nice releases. I like them. They do look nice. And I've been waiting quite a long time from when they first showed them, and this is quite a long turnaround for Joytoy. Joytoy will be very, very fast. But they've had some issues out of factory, and this was not quite a priority. Getting the new stuff out was, I believe, even though this should have been easy because it's the same tooling as previously. Okay, this is all Smash Toy signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon if you've not done so already. I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.